our concerns about development in this country, mainly with the social media, which we believe has a tendency to create a lot of problems for us in the security sector. As a people, our country will be in total chaos if we do not have the courage to resist the incitement of bad citizens in the social media, whose desperation and lust for political power have blinded them to the benefits and comforts of stability and peaceful coexistence. For them, even if it means sinking Sierra Leone and destroying all of its population to get political power, it will be a viable option. Since 2018, when this present government assumed office, the security sector has noted with dismay that there have been countless numbers of anti-state activities tantamount to undermining the peace and security of Sierra Leone and unnecessarily provoking security sector reactions. While the security sector had wished such baits had not been thrown, it will not shy away from its constitutional responsibility of ensuring that citizens' lives and properties are secure and the country remains stable. Violent incidents such as the ones in Tombo at the height of Corona, when fishermen revolted against safety health measures, in Lumsha over youths accusing the paramount chiefs of embezzlement, in Makeni over the relocation of a government generator to Longe, which was in dire need of electricity, in Mile 91 over lawful police operation to destroy marijuana farms, the Panama Road prisons break, August 10 violent protest, etc., had all been evidently incited by social media trolls, the likes of Adebayo and their clandestine political godfathers. In case the security sector had failed to act during those incidents, what would Sierra Leone have become? These incidents could have potentially led to anarchy, capable of totally disrupting the hard-won peace of Sierra Leone and possibly tearing her apart. The latest incidents of the brutal killing of the OSD coordinator in Makeni, Matthew Banya, alias Boyka, and the accompanying social media utterances and provocation fashioned against the stability of the state and the security sector are worrisome and they put our people in needless fear and panic. All these are happening at a time when we are less than 2.5 months away from general election. The security sector is not jittery. I repeat, the security sector is not jittery and cannot be intimidated. It alone has the constitutional right to exercise the monopoly of violence on behalf of the state, and no one else. We have decided to have an inclusive approach to ensuring Sierra Leone remains stable and peaceful, and the enabling environment created for peace and democratic elections. Therefore, we have thought it necessary to call this press conference to give out a clear message, which is Sierra Leoneans, stay away from violence. Don't take the law into your own hands. Follow due process. Don't allow anybody to use your own hand to remove palm kernels from a burning furnace. We invite all political party leaders, moral guarantors, traditional and religious leaders, press and media houses, women's forum, peace network, teachers, parents, guardians, youth groups, civil society organizations, members of the international community, to underscore a need for non-violent election and support efforts geared towards making Sierra Leone stable and peaceful. As a security sector, we will not renege on our sacred responsibility to maintain law and order and ensure that there is peace and tranquility for everyone to go about their normal business. Any person, I repeat that again, any person or group of persons who believes that for their own greed and selfishness they can make Sierra Leone unstable and ungovernable, they are big liars. The security sector will use all its power to strongly resist and impel them. The security sector is ready and will ensure that forthcoming general elections are conducted devoid of violence and intimidation. The MACP will be robustly enforced during after those elections. Let this message be circulated. Thank you all. Eid Mubarak.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You heard the statement of the National Security Coordinator, and he has invited all press houses or media houses to make sure that this particular message reach our people. So please, it is your responsibility to give a wider broadcast to this message. So we will now go to the aspects of further contributions from security sector heads. IGP.
Chairman and everybody present here this morning, I say good morning to you all. Well, the National Security Coordinator who coordinates all issues of our security has read a press release which was put together by all of us. At this point, I want to reassure the Sierra Leoneans that we are prepared to ensure that forthcoming elections are conducted in a peaceful and harmonious environment. On our side, as police, we are doing the usual things we do prior to elections, building the capacity of our people, logistic support, and of course, recently we have embarked on a huge public sensitization campaign with the message of non-violence, in addition to the abuse of drugs message we also carry. We are working with community people through our local policing partnership boards in all the 36 divisions across the country to make sure we are on the same page and we reach the least man in our respective communities. So at this point, I want to say, except if there are questions that people want to ask, but I add my voice to the press release from the security sector, and I want to assure Sierra Leoneans that working together with them, policing is not one man's job. The difference between you and us is that we are paid to do policing. All of us sitting in this room are all police officers. Because if you see crime, you are going to report it. So I want to reassure you that we continue to trust the partnership in which we have been involved by reporting, giving us information which will help us to unearth whatever is happening in the community. So I appeal to you as you go back to your respective communities, see something, say something. Don't keep it to yourself. You don't know who will be the next target or who it will affect. So violence doesn't differentiate between tribes or regions or colors. When it is perpetrated, you don't know who it will affect. That's why we said, stay away from violence and let us all work together. This is the only country we have. Life outside cannot be as pleasant as it is when you are in Sierra Leone. Let us work together and make sure we keep Sierra Leone together so that posterity will judge us in the right light in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, IG, for that reassurance. We will now request the CDS to also make a short contribution.
Thank you very much, dear Escort and moderator. And thank you very much, my National Security Coordinator and Chair for this program. And thank you also for coming. I have to take a cue from the IG and the National Security Coordinator, and so just say that the situational awareness given already is loud and clear, and I take a cue from that. For us as the military of the armed forces, we stand ready to always support the SLP within the framework of, well, generally the matter and specifically the MACP. So, when once you create the environment, or people create the environment for us to come out on the street, which at the end of the day actually will lead to some predictable outcomes, which is not pleasant and which we would not like to do. If we are decent people, we stay out of violence, then there's no need for the actors to be out in the street. But because one of our key defense mission is to protect the people's achievement, we will not sit by and allow anybody to create problems in this country and for all of us. So we'll stand ready to support the SFP, always within the framework of MACP, and generally within the framework of military to civil authority. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you very much, CDS. I think he has told all of us the reason why it's important for us to stay away from violence. Because if there is no violence, there will be no need for the military to come out. So we now come to the fourth and final item in the agenda, which is questions or responses, especially from the invitees. So the floor is open, and we want to restrict ourselves to a maximum of 5 questions in case you are asking questions, so that will not keep this meeting too long. Your name and the
My name is Tamba.
Give me the mic.
There's a mic there.
My name is Tamba Esegbeki, Deputy Secretary General, NURP. First of all, I'm very happy for this particular session because our party made a very serious concern. In fact, I personally made a very serious concern during the PPLC meeting that the incident that happened at Waterloo is unacceptable because it is the first modus operandi in this country to have a sniper shot against a serving at McKinney, against a serving police officer, which is very, very, very dangerous. It's a bad example we should not tolerate. As our party, we say national unity and reconciliation. We are against it, and I'm very happy today that the security sector of the nation has come to this conclusion to make sure that we have a violence-free 2023 election. So I thank you very much. Our party has this particular idea that what you have done today, we are very, very, very concerned, and we are happy for this venture. So that let's protect our citizens, so that we love ourselves or be one citizens to move this country ahead. Thank you very much for this venture.
Thank you. Thank you. Next question or comment? Yes.
Thank you very much. Good morning again. Sierra Leone have met in this room. I'm Tony Songa, the national chairman of the MDC party, Tony Songa. It is a very sensitive gathering this morning. As a nation, we have met. Because here we have all the security sectors here, political parties, and other stakeholders in the Sierra Leone that has met, and we are discussing about Sierra Leone. Many a time during politics, political parties do sign communiques, but they don't adhere to those communiques. They sign and they do something contrary to their communiques. I really want to appeal to the security sector to step up their game. With no intimidation, with no threat, but with professionalism. Whenever such an issue happens, a few months back, this nation was pushed to the corner by one single person. And a month notice was given. Every day there was notice coming. Until it happened, which was very unfortunate. We're having a series of those informations coming up again. I would trust our security men. I want to appeal that the intelligence network of the security sectors be beefed up so that whatever little information we have, we work on it, we don't leave it to lie down. We work on it assiduously so that we can make sure that everybody is safe. And I'm appealing again that in the dispensation of your duties as security sectors, take politics out of it and deal with the perpetrators as individuals. Have a national lens and not a political lens. Until it is done, I want to appeal that this time around, let the communications, let the actions be implemented. Let there be an example to serve as a deterrent. And unless, coming a time when companies have got to boom, we see political giants coming up, standing in their defense. I want the security sector to step up again this time around with no malice, no sentiment, no politics at all, and deal with these actions decisively and professionally. That's my contribution. God bless you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yes, go down with the mic.
Hello, my name is Amidu Kamara. I am here to represent the Peace and Liberation Party, PLP, as my Deputy Financial Secretary. We are very much happy as a party for this type of gathering. I hope this message will circulate and will help the innocent people down there to listen to it so that they too can refrain from this violence. I don't want to say much. My question here is that there is a certain man called Adebayo who is perpetrating or inciting people in this nation. As a security sector, what have you put in place for this man? Thank you.
My name is Alhaji Said Kamara and I work for the Global Times newspaper. This question is directed to the head of the ONS. Now you have given us the assurance that the forthcoming elections will be void of violence and so on and so forth. But looking at the issue, I want to know how are you going to address or how the security apparatus are going to address people who perpetrate violence or are on the verge of preparing, including hate speech, other things that people are inciting? Or are you going to wait until the situation will come and that was the time you are going to respond? That's my question. How are you going to repel some of these things? It's very important. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Fulitama, National Secretary, Salam. In line with what my colleagues have just said, security issues are very paramount when it comes to protecting, citizens of a nation like this. The issue of Adebayo is becoming a very worrisome something. I think something needs to be done, and if we are to observe or witness a very peaceful election, then that issue needs to be addressed because he has been identified as a lead perpetrator. So the security sector needs to take urgent action before elections are to commence. Thank you very much.
Any other?
Yes. My name is Mange Manfaris. I work for Redeem Democracy. And basically, you talked about Adebayo and the political godfathers. Who are these political godfathers? The other question, you repeatedly talked about Adebayo, that he has perpetrated. Well, he's the one who is responsible for most of the violence that have taken place in Makeni, in Tumbo, and other places. So what have you done to actually extradite him so that he can go for trial or whatever?
Yes.
All right, I think we've had a whole question.
Let's give.
Yes, let's give.
My name is Abdul Rahman, station manager for Static. I'm pretty much shocked and disturbed, as well as disappointed over the Augustine report that was, delivered to His Excellency the President, especially when it comes to the coordinative role of the national security in this country. Did you see this coming, or as head of the national security, were you taken aback as with respect to what entails in that particular report?
Good morning. I'm Andrew Kambe, the National Secretary General for Revolutionary United Front Party, REFP. I really want to thank the security sector for this laudable venture, because we are seeing the signs and early warning of violence or security risks. But the RAF, on behalf of the RAF, we want to remind the security that we are not happy, because we have contributed a lot as a party to bring peace in Sierra Leone and to maintain peace. And the RAF will not encourage anyone who wants to break this peace. And we will be by the side of the security sector to maintain the national peace of this country. Thank you.
All right, I think we'll close down on the comments and questions, and we'll start to answer questions with the comments. Not ask. All right, can we give our chance to ask questions? The mic? The mic is on. That mic is working.
Yes. Good morning again. I'm Aisata Douabangura, Secretary General of the PNDC. Now, I have listened to all the comments that we have made and the different people have made. What I want us to assure the security sector is that what we have learned here will trickle down to our supporters. We'll talk to our supporters as well as our neighbors, even if they don't belong to a political party. Because this is the only country we have. And right now, we the women especially are in fear. Every day you hear something, you begin to fear. Because we have children and we have some of our husbands to take care of. So please, let us send the message down to our own people for them to know that wherever we go, we will always be foreigners. It is only here that we can stay and have peace of mind. Whatever the situation, let us learn to live together for the betterment of Sierra Leone. Thank you very much.
The voice of the mother and the woman.
All right. Thank you very much. I think we will now start to answer the questions. Let me start first by this hoodlum, Adebayo. But that's what everybody is asking about. What are we doing as a sector? Gentlemen and ladies, sometimes it's easier said than done. The issue of Adebayo, government is strongly working on it. Very, very strongly. But I cannot say all here now, because for some of the actions are diplomatic actions, some are intelligent driven, you don't need to say it out. But I want to assure you here that what we have said here in our document, that press statement, we mean it, we stand by it, for whatever thing he will be saying. As a sector, that's why we are all here. We are united, and we are going to make sure we enforce the law to the latter. We are not going to allow anybody, whether you are within the country or outside the country, to bring us where we were the 11 years war. Sierra Leoneans need peace. They need stability. And therefore, as a sector, we owe it to you people to ensure that this country enjoy its peace. The issue of Adebayo is taken care of. But as you go along, maybe some of you will know what will be happening. But let us don't talk too much here now. All right? Taking a cue from what our mother said, the lady said, this message we have given you here should sink down to everybody because we mean it. If we say stay out of violence, follow the due process of the law. If you want to demonstrate, there's the process, there's the constitution that talks about it. The ID is available. But if you don't use the due process of the law and you believe you want to take the law into your own hands, as of today, we have said this press release out. We are going to be alert. And our posture, even in the Western area, it will be different moving forward. All right? Meaning, it's no longer business as usual. The CDS said it. They only come in when people want to perpetrate violence. But if you don't perpetrate violence, you need to stay out. So for those who are thinking that they can cause mayhem, we are saying no to them. Let's forget about that. Where are you? There are those who know where in the world somebody can stay out to tell you, go and burn your father's house. Or go and burn the Bank of Sierra Leone. That's the bank that you all believe in. It does not belong to anybody. It belongs to all of us. Look at the transport vehicle that was bombed in Waterloo during the August 10th. That is not acceptable. All right, moving to the other one about the August 10th. My brother said he was a bit taken aback. Of course, that is a report. It's a report written by people on their views. But when you heard my statement, if the security sector was not around, the worst might have happened. The worst might have happened during August 10th. But because we are proactive and because we did what we should do to make sure people are safe, we have to question down everything. Yes, he asked whether we never saw it coming. We saw it coming. It was never something hidden. But as I say always, we are Sierra Leoneans. Sometimes you want to use a human face. You want to use a human face. And when you use a human face, it's because you don't want to be high-handed. These are your brothers. But if your brothers begin to be ruthless, then we will change our narrative and do what we should do. That's exactly what happened. The demonstration, they say it was the demonstration. But it was never a peaceful demonstration. Faceless demonstration. Nobody took responsibility of it. Even up to today as I'm talking. Again, there are some rumors of April 27. That's why we are waiting to see. Let's dare anybody who believes in him or herself to come out of April 27 to say, I'm going to demonstrate. You will face the wrath of the security sector. I tell you this. Let me assure you. I know you are people you are journalists, you are politicians. We only need your cooperation. Talk to your followers to be law-abiding. And if they are law-abiding, they are our friends. We are going to have a very peaceful election in this country. We are vowed to make sure that we have a very peaceful election in this country. There will be people who will be giving hate speech, all of those things. Those ones, we will be addressing them as we go along. Because for all, even the musicians, you cannot be singing vulgar language in music. Even for your children to hear that kind of music, it's not good for you. It's not good for you as a country. So for those who are planning to also give out hate speech, those rhetorics during their campaigns. We leave you with PPRC. I'm sure he has a biting finger for that. At the same time, we are standing by to enforce. Once you call upon us to enforce, we're ready to do that. So I want to assure you and allay your fears. Our posture, we are going to change moving forward. And let us learn to treat each other as brothers and sisters and as Sierra Leoneans. Once we accept that, then we move forward. I don't know whether I left anything behind, gentlemen. I think those are the few things.
Because all of the other things.
Some are comments. Yes. But this meeting was supposed to be for just 30 minutes. Because once it's an informative meeting, so that it goes down, it sinks down to the people. We had wanted this live streaming so that the man in Wedu, the last village, will hear us. As a sector, we have become more united than ever and prepared to take on this task. Ladies and gentlemen, let me thank you for coming and hearing us. I thank you very much.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the press conference have come to an end. I hope everyone have heard the message from the security sector.
All media houses, please, if we can just stay in the room.
Wish you all the best.
It will be fine for us, please.
Ramadan Mubarak.
Just give me the